What's happening, everyone? I wanted to create a quick video talking about TikTok Shop. Me and my friend Isaac, we started our own TikTok shop back in October selling Pokemon trading card products. We started out with a vending machine, we moved across to TikTok, selling on TikTok Shop, and our experience so far has been really positive and pretty successful, to be honest. So I wanted to share reasons why I think people should start a TikTok shop and why I think it's such a big opportunity right now. Before I get into it properly, obviously a quick ad, go visit our TikTok shop. It's at Pokevend on TikTok. We sell Pokemon trading card products. We're hoping to sell more TCGs in the future as well, but right now it's just Pokemon. Follow us on Instagram, and yeah, subscribe and like this video, of course, as well. I'm going to be talking from a pretty raw, kind of beginner's perspective. I mean, me and Isaac have now got, 6 months in TikTok shop, and there's probably people, well, there will be people out there with videos talking about this who've got more followers, more sales, etc, etc. But if you're after a pretty raw, kind of beginner's experience, then that's what I'm going to try and offer today in this video. I'm going to talk about it from a business perspective, not a Pokemon business perspective, to try and give anybody who's trying to start a business in, I don't know, selling retro football shirts, etc, etc, the right advice, and not put it directly straight down a Pokemon route. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. So the first reason why I think it's such a good opportunity right now to start a TikTok shop is obviously just because how popular TikTok is. It's crazy popular, everybody's got it downloaded, and now as a customer or a buyer on the app, it's so easy to buy things. It's just like a 2-click checkout, just like Amazon. It's so simple and easy to buy as a customer, and that's why a lot of people are using it to shop now. I'm going to talk about numbers straight off the bat to show the kind of success that you can have with TikTok shop. Now, we've done around about £30,000 in sales in 6 months. Just to put that into perspective, around £12,000 of that has come in the last 6 weeks. So obviously, as we've grown and become a bit more reputable, we've started to make more sales recently, as of obviously compared to our first, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks on TikTok shop. The sales was obviously a bit slower. We wasn't as we're not obviously well known now, but people know us, people know we're legit, so we do make more sales. And obviously on our TikTok shop now it says like X amount of products sold, so people can trust us more and we have better reviews. So as time goes on, obviously you make more sales. And yeah, so we've done 30k in sales since the start, which is crazy. I did not think we would sell that amount in this space of time, but it just shows the power of TikTok shop. And if you apply yourself to it and just give it a go, you really can have success. You can put yourself out there so easily. I mean, I never used to make any sort of videos like this talking to a camera. It's still a bit weird to me, to be honest, but on TikTok you can literally market yourself with videos and also make your sales in the same place with product links in the videos. It's so quick and easy. I can show a product such as this box of Pokemon cards in a video with a product link, and also anybody has to do is click the link and click buy, and that is it. They've purchased the product. It's as simple as that. It's just so quick and efficient. If you're selling anything, I don't know, example like retro football shirts like I mentioned earlier, you can show the shirt in a video, have a product link, they click the link, they buy that shirt, simple as, no messing around. There's so many simple things to do on TikTok shop that I thought would be complicated, and it's just so straightforward. For example, postage and packaging, labels are provided. I quite simply have some A4 sticky paper, and every time there's an order, I just print out the label on some A4 sticky paper and I'll literally stick it onto the package and send it away. There's no faffing around like with labels, getting people's details, etc. It's all integrated into the app, so when that they buy, you've got the details, you can print it out, stick it on the parcel and send it out. All you have to do, I think it's every mainly the ship through. It might only be every, to be honest, but all the ones we get are every. And I take them to my local every parcel shop and they get shipped away. It is so simple and easy. It's really easy to list products, to adjust your prices, to manage your products. It's just so straightforward. You use the seller center, what's called the seller center. Now I'm not doing a tutorial showing how to use it, obviously, but if you can find videos like that on the internet of tutorials of how to use the seller center, so go check them out, and I'm sure you'll see how easy it is to use, to upload products, to adjust your pricing, to set discounts, flash deals. It's so straightforward, it's unbelievable. It literally could not be easier to use almost. I thought it was going to be more difficult than it is, and it's just really, really straightforward. A great feature that TikTok have is they offer you quite a lot of vouchers for your customers, and also what they call promote vouchers. And all you have to do is complete tasks such as uploading so many products, generate so much in sales, upload so many videos that are shoppable videos. Then you unlock, I don't know, say £100 in vouchers for your customers, and that £100 in vouchers don't come off your revenue. Literally, the TikTok pay for those vouchers. It's basically free money essentially for your customers and yourself. So it's a really good way to get started on your TikTok shop. you'll have some missions from the get-go. Say, I can't remember specifically what they are, but they're pretty similar to what I've just said. And once you complete all those missions, you get them vouchers for your customers. And if there's vouchers in your store and your pricing's pretty good, people are going to come and they're going to use the vouchers, and you've got your first customers. As easy as that. And as long as you do a good job in shipping the products, packaging it well, hopefully them customers will come back, or they might tell a friend, or I don't know. Yeah, word of mouth, pretty strong when it comes to business. We've figured out, and it's pretty obvious anyways, to be fair. So yeah, that's another really good feature, the missions and the rewards with the vouchers. It's just so good. Now, obviously, a huge side of TikTok is actually recording content and putting it out there. And it is hard at first, it's pretty daunting, it's weird talking to a camera. It's still pretty weird for me now, just sat speaking to a camera in my room. I'm still not fully used to it. However, once you've done it a few times, it does get easier. I'm still not great at it, but I'm better than I was a few weeks ago, a few months ago. And I don't want that sort of side of it to like phase people, because it did me a little bit at first, but it's really not that bad once you get used to it. And you don't have to make unbelievable content to be able to market your products. It's quite easy just to sit and speak about one of your products. It doesn't have to be like groundbreaking content to advertise and put your products out there, whatever you're selling. It's kind of straightforward, and you will get better at it as time goes on. So now going into the time perspective of things. So just to put it pretty straightforward, it is time consuming. At the end of the day, especially if you've got a full-time job like myself, like Isaac, we have pretty busy full-time jobs. I'm currently doing 60 hours a week, Monday to Saturday in my full-time job. So, that's 60 hours already. And then I'm easily putting 20 hours plus a week into this. So you're talking like 80 plus hour weeks working. And that all comes from essentially, if you start a TikTok shop and it does become successful, and you're making, I don't know, even just 5 orders a day, every day you've got to kind of come home, source the packaging materials, pack up them orders, take it to the post office. And if you're doing other things like, I don't know, you play football or sports or socialising, it's hard to fit it in sometimes. And you don't know, you might make 20 sales in a day, you might make 30. We've had it where we've made like 15 to 20 sales in one day. And that's 15 to 20 orders, 15 to 20 customers who want to be satisfied with the delivery time and the product. And you have to find the time to make that order happen, essentially. And yeah, that is one of the biggest things, especially if you work full time. It does take up a lot of time. For example, today, my alarm went off at 6 for work. I worked 7 till 5. I went to the gym, and then I came home straight away, packaging orders. I just put YouTube on in the back so I don't get bored, because it's not that entertaining just packaging orders all the time. But it does take a lot of time up, and it got to 9 o'clock. I'd kind of finished. Then I had to quickly get to post office by 9:30 to post them off. And then that's it. I've sat to create this video, because time is hard to come by at the minute, and I've decided, well, if I do want to create a video like this, I'm just going to have to stay up a bit later. I'm at work tomorrow again. It's Saturday tomorrow. This is a Friday evening. I'm up at 6 again for another day's work. So the time side is probably, I would say, the biggest downside, because at the end of the day, if you're finding it time consuming, you're probably doing pretty well, because you've got more orders, you're trying to make more videos, etc. But you do have to be prepared for, if you start a store and it kind of pops off a little bit and it's getting some success, you do need to make sure that you've got the time to allocate to be able to fulfill them orders. Because at the end of the day, somewhere in the country there's a customer waiting on your order. They've paid their hard-earned money for your product, whatever you're selling, and yeah, you've got to fulfill that order and satisfy the customer, essentially. One of the best features TikTok have is the live shoppable videos. Now, how this works for us as a Pokémon TCG store is, if you haven't heard of it, it's called like a rip and ship. So I'll go live every Wednesday from 8 PM and I sell Pokemon products live. So people come in, they place an order of, I don't know, say 10 packs, for example, and I rip 10 packs open live on camera. Everyone can see the cards I'm pulling. And that's essentially the bread and butter of it, to be fair. And then the product gets shipped, sealed, and it's really successful. I'm not sure how it'd work for some other businesses. I'm sure you can figure out a way to sell your products live. This ties in again with also some of the missions that I spoke about, where it's go live and advertise this many products or make this many sales and you earn vouchers. But it's such a good feature, and if you can figure out a way to sell your products live, people find it a lot more trustworthy as well. Like when I'm sat there selling products live, and there's people who trust me in the chat, and it's quite clearly a legit business when you've got people coming back weekly and buying. It's a great way to put yourself out there, show you're a legit business, and essentially make sales. Some of our most successful streams have had like 50 to 60 people in. Now, obviously, not everybody is buying. However, there's 60 people in there watching us rip the product. That's 60 customers, or 60 people, if you like, interested in the product. And it's not all just about the business. Like, I literally love doing it as well. It's really enjoyable. It's great seeing people, pull cards that are maybe worth like £100 plus. We've done it several times. People love to come, stop by and watch, and it's a really good way to put yourself out there, entertain, and also, like I've mentioned, make sales. To finish off, I'm going to talk about a couple of maybe more negative points about TikTok Shop. Honestly, they're really not that bad. The first one is just about cash flow. So when you first start your shop, there's some like tasks you have to hit before your cash flow improves. So for example, when you make sales initially, I think it takes around 20 days to get your money into your bank account, which it depends what your startup capital is. If you've got a large startup capital, it's not that bad because you sat on money anyways. However, we started with just like an initial investment of I think about £1,000 each. So once we've sold that product, like when you're waiting 20 days for the money to come in, it can affect you getting your next lot of stock in. So that was a bit of an issue. However, after so long, after you've generated so many sales, that does come down to 10 days, which is so much better. It's still not unbelievable. It's still a little bit slow, if you like. But I think it's between like 7 and 10 days now until the money's in our account, which helps a lot more. Another point I want to talk about on the negative side, if you like, is kind of storage. Now, this isn't specifically to do with TikTok Shop. It's more just owning and running a business from your home. Now, I'm going to put a couple of images on the screen talking about or showing like how I store all my packaging. So I've had to dedicate a space in our bedroom just for cardboard boxes and packaging materials, etc. Because as you can see in the first image, it was pretty crazy. I wasn't very organised at first. It was all kind of just chucked in there. It got to a point where I was like, yeah, this is kind of ridiculous now. And I bought some shelves and it makes it a bit better. But essentially, it does take up space in your home and it's a bit ugly to look at. But unless you've got a better place to store it than I do, some people maybe do, rather than just in a bedroom cupboard for storage. But that's how it is for me. And yeah, that's also another thing you've got to consider. So to conclude the video talking about whether you should start a TikTok shop or not, you can probably tell that I'm a pretty big advocate for it, and I want other people to be able to have these opportunities, and I want to try and help convince other people to do it. If you are considering doing it, then just do it. Don't be scared about having to put your face out there and stuff like that and creating videos. I promise you'll get used to it. And essentially, you don't need to start with much. If I talk from like a Pokemon perspective, start with a £100 investment, buy a booster box, sell the packs loose, get customers. You don't, even if you're not turning a profit at the very start, build a customer base and go from there. Or talk about the retro football shirts as an example. Buy a couple of retro football shirts or some you may already own. Sell them on TikTok Shop and just build up slowly. We all have to start somewhere. But it's just such a good opportunity right now on TikTok, and it's so easy to use. If it don't work, it don't work. But honestly, if you put your mind to it, dedicate a bit of time and try your hardest with it, I promise you that you'll get some success. And yeah, I do really want people to consider it at least, or go out there and just do it. That's everything anyways. Thank you for watching. I hope I've helped some people with the advice I've given. There's probably some stuff I've missed. If anybody's got any questions, please leave them in the comments. I'm open to answering any questions or help, advice. I'll always be completely honest. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and that's it. So take it easy, enjoy your weekends. See you in a bit.